Right then folks, thank you very much for joining me. My name is Ash and today we're kicking off our coverage of the Euro 2024 tournament. We have for you Julian Nagelsmann's Germany system. We're looking at what it was like in the early stages of the Euro 2024, but we'll see how it kind of progresses throughout the tournament as well. It has been a super fun system to play. You'll see in the gameplay down below that really enjoyed this one. Extremely controlling, dominates possession, lots of movement. All of the roles and instructions, the tactical setup complements everything else within that, all the other aspects of it. So it's been a super fun system and let's get into it. So starting off with the position changes then, we've got a kind of 4-2-3-1 setup here. It's important that you've got the attacking midfielders more narrow though, and in this case we've got them as left attacking midfielder and right attacking midfielder. They are kind of false wingers, so to speak. They are coming inside more, really getting close to the likes of Havertz and Gundogan, etc. in Wirtz and Musiala in this case. And then building on from that, with the two fullbacks, we've actually pushed these guys up to wing back. You're really going to push them out wide, and they're essentially playing as wingers. They play more as though it's a free back system, and you look at those kind of attacking free back systems over the years where they're really pushed up kind of in line with their strikers. You often get that. It gives them the switch out wide. You'll notice with them that they're always looking, the likes of Kroos and Andrić, to kind of switch the ball out wide to those fullbacks who are playing as wingers. And then it creates a space for Musiala and Wirtz to then come inside, and it crowds out those central areas in the more advanced positions. Other than that, there are no position changes, so now we can talk about the tactical setup. But first, before we do that, I just want to quickly point you towards my Patreon, because on there you can find lots of fantastic perks, including exclusive tactics videos that you'll only find on Patreon, as well as behind the scenes videos of my scouting career, Discord server access, fantasy league access. We've got the tactics package with rankings and ratings of every real system we cover on the channel, including this one. And there are lots of fantastic perks, the best way to support the channel. And I also finally want to say thank you to all of my wonderful patrons. Without them, this channel would not be a thing anymore. So as much as people do want to complain about it being a thing, it is the reason why this channel is still going, and I want to say a huge thank you to them. With that being said, from a tactical perspective then, we've got press after possession loss for defensive style, giving you that counter-pressing approach. The team width is on 20, making it nice and compact, nice and condensed when out of possession. And then the depth is 90, and that's going to give you an ultra-high block, really pushing that line past the halfway line at times in order to really squeeze the play in the attacking phase. Offensively, we have got slow build-up for the build-up player, and then chance creation is forward runs. It's extremely important that you've got this high volume of movement. There is constant movement. There are always players looking to make runs in behind, but also kind of on a more horizontal scope as well. Just always looking for that movement. It is a kind of stalwart of the Nagelsmann approach, a staple of the Nagelsmann approach, so to speak. And as a result, you're always looking for these players getting into space, exploiting that space, creating space with their movement and their positioning, and you're really going to go from there. The width is on 10, and the reason why we've got it so compact is that it's extremely important that we try and get those wide attack midfielders, Musiala, Wirtz, etc., condensed, and really getting closer to the striker and the attacking midfielder. The fact that we've pushed the fullbacks out to wing back is going to make sure that they're going to stick closer to the touchline. So even though you've got it on width 10, that's going to make it so that they're going to stretch the play and create that width. Players in the box is on 6, going to give you roughly 4 players in the box in crossing situations, and it's really going to be the attacking 4 who are going to do that. And then corners and free kicks, both of these are on 4. So next up, we've got the player instructions, and it's important to note that things may change and may be tweaked across the course of the tournament. Obviously, we only have a very limited kind of data and footage to go off at this moment in time. As the tournament progresses, things may change, and as a result, we may come back to this, revisit it, and see any changes that we do have. With regard to Neuer in goal, we know how he plays by now. It is a staple of his game, comes to crosses, and also saving outside the box is sweeper keeper as well. We've made a couple of changes for the centre-backs as well, Rudiger and Tar. Both of these have aggressive interceptions on, and the reason why is that you notice they're going to step up and try and win the ball. It's kind of a product of this system where they like to press with intensity, they want to press with aggression. They don't want to give the opposing attackers much time on the ball in order to receive it and hold it up. So they're both going to try and step up in those situations and intercept the pass aggressively. So we've got them both on aggressive interceptions. With regard to the two fullbacks, Kimmich and Mittelstadt, we've got them on join the attack and then also on overlap as well. And as I say, it is the same for both the left back and the right back as well. Now with Toni Kroos playing his last final tournament in midfield, we've got him on cut passing lanes and we've got him on stay back whilst attacking as well. Now the most important thing with his role that I've noticed is that he'll sometimes drop in between the defence, drop in between the centre backs. Now, the way in which we recreate this is, one, having Kimmich and Mittelstadt as those wing backs. They're going to push up higher. So sometimes the game does a fairly decent job of realising that and bringing a centre back into defence. The other way in which we'll do that is this right here. The positioning freedom on deep line playmaker will mean that he drops deeper into those pockets of space in order to receive the ball, and he will then sometimes drop between the centre backs. Varney's defensive position is cover wing. Andrić, on the other hand, is more of that out-and-out defensive midfielder. He's going to aid that press, but also protect for the players like Kimmich and Mittelstadt, who are going to join the attack and make sure he's got them covered on the counter-attacking transitions. Cut passing lanes for defensive behaviour, stay back whilst attacking, aggressive interceptions for him, and then stick to position and cover wing for his positioning. Next up, we've Gundogan as the central attacking midfielder. We've got him on comeback on defence to make sure that he is tracking back, and any support on crosses, getting to the box with a cross. He's very much still that box-to-box midfielder, the role that we've seen him do for many, many years now. And then also position freedom, this time he's going to be stick to position. Now with Wirtz and Musiala, it's very much the same. We've got them on comeback on defence to get him tracking back, get into the box of the cross, and position freedom, stick to position. The way in which we get them, as we've already spoken about, coming into the half spaces, condensing the play and kind of getting closer to Havertz and Gundogan, is the fact that yes, we have them at left and right attack midfield, but also that you want them just as close to these guys as you can really possibly get them before it kind of either goes to red or it's going to end up not allowing you to have right and left attacking midfielders. So that's really what you're looking to do and how you're going to alter it through their base positioning. Finally, we have Kai Havertz then not playing that false nine despite what people are going to make you believe. We've got him on balance width with his support runs, sometimes occasionally drifting out into those half channels. Again, we've already spoken about the volume of movement and how they're always looking to get players interchanging in positions. We've got his attacking runs and getting behind. He'll always look to kind of spring out on the last man. They're going to try and play him in behind and break that opposing line of the defence. And any defence support is going to be on stay forward. So with that being said, we're ready to round it off there. As I've said already, there may be tweaks and changes throughout the tournament. So if there are, we're going to come back and revisit this and make any changes that we do need to in a future video. Other than that though, please do bear in mind that obviously limited footage means that there might be a lesser understanding of these tactics and systems compared to ones that we have done in the past, so please do bear that in mind as well. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to get notifications every time I upload, and obviously don't forget to check out my Patreon. Lots of fantastic perks on there. You will find the links down below. And with that being said, we are ready to round it off there. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next one, I will see you soon.